All right, we're here. Module 6. Okay, so we're here. Module 6. Module 6 is all about how to use what you already know and blend it with your doula work. There is nothing that you haven't done that can't assist you in your doula work. House cleaner assists you. Doctor assists you. Nurse assists you. Mechanic, it will assist you. There is always a way to blend what we did before, who we were before, with what we want to become now, regardless if it's your doula work. It doesn't have to be all cut and dry and all of something and none of anything else. I would ask you again in your trusty book or on your Bristol board on your wall, however you guys have it posted, I would love if you would start listening to yourself, listening what you already know. What are some tasks from previous jobs you've had that you actually really enjoyed? Keep those strengths that we did in the very first module, module 1, keep those strengths in mind because we're going to keep coming back to those. Those strengths are what are going to help us get rid of all of those roadblocks. Those strengths are going to help us use what we already know to continue generating more income. The third pillar of the foundation, our strengths are going to help us promote ourselves in the easiest way. And we haven't quite got to the last pillar yet, but we will get there. So for module 6, what I want you to do is to list the skills, tasks, and abilities you've had from previous jobs leading up to this point in your life that you enjoyed and that you were good at. I especially want to see if they reflect your strengths that you listed in the beginning. So if you were outgoing, one of the things you missed about a former job or something you felt really good was public speaking, there's actually ways to blend that in with your doula work, of course, to help you gain, attain, and retain clients. You want those clients to keep coming back because you're the doula to go to, right? Once your list is done and you have all these skills coming down, I want you to start thinking about how you can blend those together. Are you a chef? Do you love to cook? Are you a doula who can blend those two things together, making postpartum packages for families perhaps to attract a different clientele that's looking for something else? If you've loved cleaning houses or you do love to clean your own house, oh my gosh, that's so handy. If you're a photographer before, clearly that's a pretty easy collaboration of those two jobs. You don't have to be a formally trained birth photographer, but maybe you go into their house and you document their new life with baby as they evolved and not just typical newborn shots. Maybe you're a doula that takes photography for other doulas. How many of us are doulas? And I know this is a huge hurdle for me is I don't have any photos or images of me doing my work. What if there is a doula somewhere out there, and I hope it's you watching this, what if there's a doula who would like to take video or pictures for that doula and obviously share them with the client? What a neat idea. Something to think about. So if someone invents that, can you please let me know because I've been looking for that. That would be super duper. So whatever we know before going into this, maybe you're in the finance field, maybe you hold free workshops on how to plan for your baby to join your life, what that looks like financially, how to make a savings account, how to do a basic budget, because shockingly we know statistically here in Canada, and I know the United States is in the same boat, most of us carry a debt load, most of us don't know what to do with money, and most of us have problems keeping a budget. Many of us even plan for babies and then we find ourselves thinking, oh my gosh, can I actually afford this? What does this look like? So if you're a numbers person, there's a need. If you're a more mature doula getting started, there is a niche for women who are looking to be cared for and they feel more comfortable asking for help by someone older than them or someone more experienced or seasoned than them. So maybe that's where you fit in. If you're a younger doula, there's also a niche there for people who want to have someone closer to their age or maybe someone that they're not going to feel as judged by, more of a peer and less as an authority figure. I'm telling you, and I promise you, there is a role for all of you as doulas in this world. All of you. Nobody does what you do like you do. We're not going to compete. We're not going to compete against each other. We're going to help brainstorm and help each other so that we can all have sustainable businesses, so we can all have the clients we want to earn the income we want. Then the second part of module 6 is generating a secondary income. So those are kind of where those ideas. So the first part of it is generating your doula income. And then your secondary income sometimes can be called passive income if you've read any business books or if you've seen some pretty cool videos. The possibilities there are endless. Your passive income might have nothing to do with your doula work, but everything to do with what you did before. Let's say you're a graphic designer. Maybe your secondary income would be offering graphic design services still while doing doula work or finding a way to incorporate it so those two things stay together, which is usually what I try to say, find that first. It's the best way to stay in the field, but I know that that's not easy for everyone, or might not be feasible at that time. So just do your best. We want to use what we already know to generate clients and to generate income so that you don't fall behind the poverty line and stop doing this important work. We all know, because we're here, that doula work is too important to get thrown under the bus. So keep doing what you do. We need doulas to do what you do. If you need any help, let's go to the Facebook group again. Maybe if you're feeling brave, you can list some of your skills going into the doula work, who you were before becoming a doula, and we can brainstorm together what we can do from being a doula. I really hope that you feel brave enough to share, because sometimes that's where the best ideas come from. You can also message me too, and we will see what we can come up with. But there is always a way to blend with what you did with what you are now. Yes, even you accountants, it's possible. See you over in module 7, the final module.